What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Payne. Welcome back to the channel, and today, guys, we're going to be doing another showcase. So I did the Ken pay-to-win version of the showcase to show you guys why he is an absolute OP character. So I hope you guys take a look at that. A lot of you guys were doubters, and I'm hoping that showcase will actually change your minds about how good he actually is. But we also talked about a lot of the faults that he has, including the massive price tag that goes along with him. So the way I want to handle showcases, guys, I'm going to do a pay-to-win character, quote-unquote pay-to-win, and then we're going to do a free-to-play character. So ones you can usually get a lot quicker, whether it be through the tokens or the purple tokens, or just through summoning or faction summoning or friend summoning, whatever the case may be, right? We're going to talk today about one of the top DPS units, and one that should be highlighted quickly early on in the game, and actually you'll be using right throughout endgame as well too, and that is none other than Stretch Armstrong himself, but the Hindu version, and that is going to be Dhalsim. Now, Dhalsim is a unique character in a sense that he has a lot of DPS that he brings to the table, but he also provides a lot of self buffs, and he's used throughout the game, whether it's PvE, PvP, or boss events, as one of the best damage dealers in the game. So let's talk a little bit about Dhalsim and go through everything we talk about in terms of skills, in terms of his fighting spirit, what you want to use in terms of his fighting soul, how he is as an assist and where you want to use him as an assist, etc. Right? So let's jump into the actual character himself. Now you can see here, I've got my fairly maxed out. The only thing I'm missing here is gear. I have not been focusing on his gear because I'm waiting for Akuma to come out, so all my resources are being spent on using that specifically. But I do want to highlight a lot of things about him. So first and foremost, let's talk about his skills. So first off, he has a super called Yoga Catastrophe. Now this is a great special that is an AoE damage dealing. The only downside to this is it takes a while to pull off, because he actually summons it, it becomes a giant circle, goes in an oval shape, and drops on the enemy, dealing flame damage. Now, it does 138% to all targets and further flame damage to 230% to multiple enemies within the fire's range. Also creates a fire carpet, which essentially stays on the ground, which deals flame damage equal to 50% of attack to all enemies. Now, this fire carpet stays for 6 seconds when you get it to level 2. And you increase the fire carpet damage to 30% of attack instead of 15% once you get it to level 3. We'll talk a little bit more about why this is a useful skill to have, because number one, it doesn't push enemies back too far. It also doesn't push your characters too forward, so giving the enemy an ability to vacuum you in. So this actually does cover a lot of ground. Plus, the fire carpet is a great way to use against characters like Hakan, who oils himself up, by the way, and then the moment the fire hits him, all of this, because the oil catches fire, it actually hits the entire enemy team, and they just get stun locked, and the fire just takes them all out. So there's a lot of benefits to it, right? Now, what makes Dhalsim really cool is not only this special, but also his combo 3, but we'll get to that shortly. Now, combo 1, I don't personally use very often, unless I'm using him as a backup DPS for his ultimate. My Dhalsim personally is used for his combo 3, but we'll go to that anyways. So this one is called Yoga Tower. Now, this will be activated after combo 1 happens. Dhalsim stands on one leg, begins to meditate and collect power of flame. Meditation time lasts up to 5 seconds. Power collected is based on when meditate ends or is interrupted. Now, the gain buffs based on meditation. For every second Dhalsim meditates, his flame damage and effect accuracy, that's the percentage that the increase for flame will happen, or flame damage will happen, are increased by 3%. So you can increase it quite a bit. This lasts for 15 seconds. After 5 seconds of meditation, his crit rate is also increased by 15% for 15 seconds, making it pretty damn powerful. The only problem with this is it takes a long time. The animation is way too long, so there's an issue with using this, in my opinion, over just using flame yoga, or yoga flame, sorry. So skill 2, when the meditation begins, obtains 1 stack of penance. If you don't know what penance is, each stack increases flame damage and dodge by 2.5% for 8 seconds, stacks up to 10 times. So again, if you're doing a long battle, which doesn't require a lot of DPS check, this is useful, but I don't find this very useful overall. So level 3 performs Yoga Tower once upon entering the battle. For the first time, this is considered a trigger skill. Now this is useful because the moment he jumps in, you'll notice on top of his head, he's got 3 buffs going at the same time, and they're increasing up to 5. That's actually the skill 3 here going off, which is the only time you ever use this, because you don't require him to be in combo 1 in order for that to happen, which is incredible. Let's go over to his passive. Gain 1 penance upon taking damage, so that's also good too, because the penance, obviously we saw its dodge and flame damage increase, and can be stacked up to 5 times, duration extended by 5 seconds, and a 5% chance to gain additional penance upon dealing damage instead of just taking damage. So there's a big bonus here in terms of him buffing himself. And guys, these buffs to Dhalsim, make him hit so freaking hard. Whether you're facing him or you're using him, he's an absolute menace on the battlefield. Now, this is where he really shines. Okay, Yoga Flame is probably, I'd say, one of the top combo 3 moves in the game. So here he spits fire to the multiple targets on a large area, dealing 6 times, dealing flame damage up to 460% of attack to each target. Each strike has a 15 base chance to inflict 1 burn. Each strike has 25% base to inflict 1 burn, so increases the burn at level 2 and then increases the damage to 510 at level 3. Now, if you don't know what burn does, when you burn a target, they lose HP equal to 7% of attack every second for 15 seconds, and they can be stacked up to 20 times, all right? Now, this is affected by your accuracy and by the effect resistance of the enemy, so it can be resisted, and you can increase yours. So this is probably one of the best skill 3s, especially early on in the game to mid game. You'll be killing opponents so quickly with this, and it's an again, he's an absolute menace on the battlefield. I kid you not. Now let's talk a little bit about his fighting spirit, Cataclysm Skull. Now, as you can see here, he does HP bonus, attack bonus, crit rate, and effect accuracy. This is very important for him, obviously, because you want the flame to actually work and the flame carpet to affect the enemies. Now, the way this works is if Dhalsim has 10 stacks of penance, when he uses Yoga Catastrophe, 5 stacks are consumed to produce 1 additional fireball. So there's the bonus right there for using the combo 1. Like right away in the battle, you're going to get 5. Use combo 1, you'll get 10. If you do a Yoga Catastrophe once, you'll do a second fireball follow-up. So it can do a lot of damage. But again, the wind-up is really long. So base it on the battles you're doing, right? If it's a long battle, this might be useful. If it's a short battle, it won't be. Now, his assist is actually extremely useful. If you go to +5, takes effect when the fighter is in assist position. The assisted fighter super combo leaves a fire carpet at the target's location, dealing 15% of flame damage up to 15% of attack every 2 seconds for 6 seconds. Fire carpet has an 8% base chance to inflict 1-time burn. Now, why is this important? So when you're fighting opponents that are weak to fire, or if you're fighting a boss that requires flame damage, for example, the spider boss, to remove the armor, you need flame damage or bleed. You don't have to use Dhalsim necessarily. You can put him as an assist as +5, and his fire carpet will actually do the work for you. So this is extremely important to note, that Dhalsim does not need to be the main damage dealer in your group for some of those boss fights. He could be your assist, and you can still take advantage of the flame and the burn that it provides. All right. Now, if you take him to +10, his fire carpet has a 5% chance to inflict additional burn on the target, and then +20 increases the chance again, and then +30 combo 3 has a 100% chance to inflict burn on all enemies for the next 15 seconds. Enemies have a 50% chance to receive an additional burn on top of that. Remember, burn, I believe, stacks up to, what do we say, 10 times or 15 times? Let's take a quick look here. I believe it was 15, right? No, 20 times. So there you go. So you can do a lot of damage, guys, with that Yoga Flame. The +30, allowing Yoga Flame to have 100% plus an additional chance to do more burn, is absolutely impressive as a damage dealing unit. Now, if you look at his stats, he's not the fastest unit in the game, so you do want to bring a little bit of speed. He does have really good dodge, and with his penance adds additional dodge to that, so he can survive a lot of attacks. His damage bonus is not bad. That's obviously based off his gear, and the fact that he has effect accuracy is required, so that kind of puts him at a little disadvantage, because you do need a lot of effect accuracy for the burn to work. Unless you have him +30, then you have a 100% chance to burn anyway, so not a big deal there. Now, who's the best assist unit for Dhalsim to have if you use him as your main damage dealer? It's none other than Fei Long. The reason why Fei Long is the best one here, guys, if you look at his assist, he takes effect when the fighter is in assist position. As long as the assisted fighting survives, all enemies take 12% more flame and burn damage. So Fei Long is the best, hands down, the best assist for him. As a matter of fact, these two are like bread and butter. They work so well together because Fei Long's skills actually increase flame damage, and Fei Long himself is actually a pretty fast character. So he does, you do want to use this combo 1 in order to do vulnerability, so the flame damage does more damage for Dhalsim. So Dhalsim, guys, that's essentially him right there in a nutshell. A great character. Now, again, you really want to use him in combo 3 more than anywhere else. Let's see if I can show you guys a quick little battle with him. I might have already done the flame tower. I think I have today. Let's see if I can do it. Oh no, I don't have a battle report. Let me go back down here and show you guys a battle report here with Dhalsim. So if you take a look here, my combo set up for him to be the main damage dealer. So here's his special, right? Times 1. So you can see there the stacks that I was talking about. There's the bonus right there, right? there's the skill. You can see here, it AoEs everybody, leaves a carpet on the ground, and everybody gets burnt. Now, you won't see a Yoga Flame from him right now because these opponents are fairly easy to kill in this tower, but that's what I want to show you. But his Yoga Flame is hands down the best unit. So if you're looking for a good free-to-play damage dealing unit, you cannot go wrong with Dhalsim. As a matter of fact, I promote you guys to try to get him as one of your first units if you can, and build him up, because he will take you extremely far in this game, especially with that Yoga Flame as your combo 3. Alright guys, this is Payne. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any questions, send it in the comment section. I can tell you guys more about him if you have any problems. We can always have a Q&A. I might start doing live stream sessions eventually and start Q&Ing for you guys. So any comments, any section, so drop it in the section there for me, and let me know what you guys think of the showcase. If you have any questions in terms of anything else Dhalsim related, let me know. Oh, I did actually want to cover, sorry, real quick. Let's go back into the character. We're going to talk about his vehicles. Vehicles, now that this is introduced, right? So these are the vehicles. Endurance Penance. So this is his actual passes. While being channeled, Yoga Flame increases flame damage and effect accuracy by 5 seconds, or 5% every second, so that's pretty damn big. So Yoga Tower is that buff that I was telling you about. So now it makes that one buff even more powerful. And this one here, if Dhalsim is in idle status after using a super combo or combo, he'll perform Yoga Tower but won't gain penance stacks. So he'll perform it, but you won't have to worry about actually putting it into the combo, right? So as long as you do a super combo, whether it's 1 or 3, you'll get the Yoga Tower effect instantly, but you just won't get the penance stacks for it. So making this even more powerful without having to use that combo 1. All right, so his car is pretty damn important. I'm waiting to get a 6th one. I'm probably going to finish that up soon, and once I do, I'll show you guys its effects in a battle at some point. Alright guys, this is Payne. I hope you enjoyed the video. Have a great day, happy Sunday, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Take care.